Hey everybody, Tina here from Sunday's Wellness, and today I have a video for you highlighting intention setting. Now, at the moment that I'm recording this, it is a new moon, and new moons are just a wonderful time to set intentions, get a kickstart on your manifestations, but really know that anytime that you're watching this and you're wanting to have a new start or set intentions, then it's the perfect time. So it doesn't have to be at a new moon, but I do think it's important to do at a new moon because we do have that sort of backup from the universe, from the moon energy. And it's just a really good spot to check in with what we want in life and where we are and plan for the future. But no, if you're not watching this at the time of the new moon, that's okay. You can still set your intentions and it's still going to be effective. So I'm breaking this up into a few pieces so you can go down to the timestamps and just jump to a certain part that really interests you, or if in the future, you want to re-up your intentions and there's a part you really liked, you can go back to that. So I will break it up a little bit here for you, but the sections here are going to be cleansing your energy, because I really think it's important to cleanse away the things that no longer serve us in order to make room for the newness that we want to come in, right? We have to shut one door before we open another. We have to energetically cleanse for something new to come in. So it'll be energy cleansing. For that section, it might be helpful to have something like sacred smudge. Today I'm going to be using Palo Santo, Santo Palo. I don't know what the correct order of that is, but you could use sage, any smudge that really works for you. I will be using my little bit of a rattle noise maker. If you don't have that, you can just use the clap of your hands or snap of the fingers. And also, I am going to be using crystals such as selenite and black tourmaline. You can use any sort of cleansing stone that you wish. Carnelian is a good cleansing stone. Smoky quartz is a good cleansing stone. Onyx is a good cleansing stone. There's so many of them. So just pick what resonates with you. But for me, that's selenite and black tourmaline. So do have that. You may also want to grab just any crystal that resonates with your intentions. And I'll get into that a little bit later. But so a cleansing crystal, crystals that align with your intentions, and then maybe a clear quartz. If you don't have crystals, don't worry about it. This is still going to be effective. But I just love crystals and I like to incorporate them, but it's not necessary. Okay. It's not, you don't need it. And I'd also encourage you to grab a pen and some paper, and I think that's all that you will need. And if you want to take this a step further, I have made a video for my Patreon members. You can find that information in the description box below, where to find my Patreon. And this video I've made is for pulling cards, oracle cards for the new moon, and the layout that I like to do and the information that I get. So if you're interested in oracle cards and a really good layout for the new moon, or any time that you're trying to gather a lot of information, you can head over to my Patreon where I go in detail. It's about 20 minutes long about the layout that I personally love to use, and how I read this specific layout. So that is there for you to take this a step further in gathering information on what the new moon may be giving you, gifting you, or the lesson that it's presenting to you. So that is there. And with that, I think we can go ahead and get started. Okay, guys, so in this section, we're going to work on cleansing our energy. It's just good energetic hygiene to do on a regular basis, but especially when we're trying to invite something new into our life, sometimes we have to make room by letting go of something that's taking up too much space in our head, our spirit, our chakra system, something that we need to let go of in order to receive, right? So we will get started. And the first thing is always which is the topic of this video, is intention. So if you had no tools, if you had no sacred smudge or crystals, you could come back to intention and have that be enough. That would be enough. So we're just going to take a little moment, drop the shoulders, close the eyes, and set the intention and just say, thank you, universe, angels, for helping me cleanse my energy so I may let go of things that no longer serve me, and so I make room for the things that I wish to receive. That's simple. But we will take it a step further and come into our smudge. So I have a candle here. I can't really see it, but I have a candle and I'm lighting my sacred smudge here. Okay. So I have it here. So this is how I like to do it. I just kind of like to go up and down my chakra line at first, stopping and maybe massaging a certain chakra point that is really calling out to me, really feeling like it needs a deep cleanse. But I like to just go up and down the chakra point, and then I like to do the back body as best I can. I know that's a little bit more difficult, but just the best you can. And again, just sort of stopping at any chakra point that you feel just needs a little bit extra. And then I like to move to sort of my auric field. So I'll take the smudge, and I know I'll be off camera, but that's okay. You'll get this. I like to go above my head, and then I just start to work in a clockwise motion above my head and then around my body. So moving, now I have to think about it, hands of clock, where would I be going? Clockwise motion around the auric field. So we're just sort of, picking up any little debris or things that get stuck around the body, because we do all have this auric field that goes around the body that extends out into the universe, and we can get some subtle debris happening in there as well, very much so. So I just like to go a few times around the auric field as well. So essentially, we're just getting, once again, the chakra system front and back and around auric field. So I feel pretty good about that part. And now I'm going to move on to my crystals. So today I'm working with selenite. I thought I had my black tourmaline right around here, but maybe not. So I will be just working with my selenite. And I did make another video about energetic cleansing, so you can go back and watch that as well. But so I'm just going to take my chosen crystal, like I said, today's selenite, just because I feel like it connects in very, very well with moon energies. It's like this pure liquid white light. And it's also just a deep cleanser. So it's doing double duty. It's cleansing away the things that no longer serve and inviting in this beautiful white light energy into the space. And like I said, it's deeply connected in with moon energy. So I almost like to use it like a little bar of soap. So I'm just sort of, I'm not touching the body. I'm right over the body, just hovering. And I'm just like cleansing my body with this selenite soap, essentially. Now, places that you really want to pay attention to are, yes, the chakra system. So you'll find places for me, for whatever reason today, it's the throat and the third eye. So you're going to want to pay attention to those places. You can kind of take your hands out to the auric field. And sometimes you feel these little hot spots, but more often than not, for me, it's cool spots in the auric field. And those are little places that you just kind of want to dance around, massage around to help repair. That usually means there's some sort of leak or thing that's sort of stuck there. So we just kind of want to, again, hands around the auric field, feel for those hot spots and repair them with something like selenite. Clear quartz is really good for repair of the auric field. So, the first step is kind of soap around the body. I like to say, especially those chakra systems, and then hands around the auric field, seeing what spots really need repair. For me, yeah, it's like up here. This spot right here needs a little bit of help. Oftentimes too, we will find spaces in the body right behind the neck that need a little bit of massage. A lot of psychic attack tends to happen right back there. And under the arms is a very common point where we find these energy leaks or energy vampires able to just catch on. So under the arms, back of the neck, and then we check our auric field. And again, just sort of really simple, just waving it around, holding that intention that anything that's no longer serving us be lifted away at this moment. Any stuck energies just lifting. So we're almost done here, but like I said, I really like to invite sound vibration, because chances are with the intention that we set with the sacred smudge and the crystal energy, we've brought a lot to the surface and maybe are still just kind of stuck. You know, they've lifted, they've unrooted, but they're kind of sitting at the surface and they haven't quite lifted away. With sound vibration, I feel like we can just get another layer of debris off of us. So I like to, you can use any sound vibration that works for you. I find my little like rattle very effective for that. Sort of, like I said, just shakes this stuff off the body and out of our system. But if you don't have nothing like that, snaps, claps, drums. I have a drum, I have a singing bowl, anything like that will do. Essentially, we're just looking for a loud noise to work through our field to get that stuff off the body. So again, the same process as before. I'm going up the chakra system behind me. So sometimes I'm like, this morning I was really almost like violent with it. And I was like on my body, like really just like hit myself, getting the stuff off. So you can do that too. Do whatever you're feeling called to. Obviously be careful, be gentle with yourselves. But I was like, get it off of me. So I felt it a lot at the heart this morning and at the solar plexus, but just through the system, again, through the field around the body, just envisioning all that gunk lifting off. And of course, deep breaths, because like I said this morning, I was really, really feeling it strongly. A lot of emotions were rising to the surface with the sound vibration, and just like big exhale, had to get them out. So deep breaths as you do this. Okay, so our energy is now very, very nice and cleansed, and we are going to move on. So see you in the next section. Okay, so in this section, we're really going to start to get into the nitty-gritty of intention setting. And to set intentions, we need to know what our intentions are. And on a surface level, you might be very aware of what some of those intentions are, like, I want more abundance in my life, I want a deep and meaningful relationship, and all those are good, all those are fine, but I want you to check in with your heart space and make sure that checks out, because we can have an ego-driven intention and a heart-driven intention. So whenever you're manifesting from the heart and intention setting from the heart, it's always so much more powerful. Your mind might say, I want one thing, but at the soul level, at the heart level, that might not resonate with you. You might have a really hard time manifesting that because it's not maybe what you truly need or want in your life. So in this section, we're going to figure out what our heart's desires are, what you, beyond that surface level, beyond that ego mind, what you really, really want, okay? So go ahead and grab a piece of paper and a pen or pencil and grab a heart-centered stone. So I'm wearing my rose quartz. I've been working closely with it lately, but I've also been working closely with jade in my personal life. Both are very good for heart centering, connecting to the heart space, clearing the heart space, healing the heart space. But jade is also a good luck stone, and it's a manifestation stone. So I will choose to work with that today. But like I said, rose quartz, jade, green aventurine, pink opal, there are just endless heart chakra stones. So find one that resonates with you and go ahead and grab that stone. Again, if you don't have any, no worries. This is still effective by bringing your hands to the heart space. So wherever you are, do bring your hands to the heart space. If you have a crystal, you can just place it in one hand. It doesn't really matter which. I'm going to put it in my left hand. It is the receiving hand, so I'm just going to place it there. And once your hands are at your heart space, go ahead and close the eyes, drop the shoulders down away from the ears, and take a deep breath into the body. Exhale. Inhale. And with the next exhale, start to drop down to the heart space. Make that connection. Maybe you can feel the heart beating beneath your hands. Visualize the heart space as this whirling, twirling energy extending out from the heart. Beautiful green and pink energies. And in the center of that whirling, twirling energy is a flower. This beautiful flower of your heart. And you're just spontaneously drawn towards that flower to look deeper at it. And as we're gazing at this flower, we can ask, what are my heart's deepest desires at this moment of my life? Just listen. Listen to words. Maybe it's a lyric of a song, phrases. Maybe you're seeing images in your mind's eye. Colors. Maybe it's a feeling that you're getting, an inner knowing. What are my heart's desires? What is ready to manifest for me in my life? What do I want my relationships to look like? What do I want my career to look like? My home life to look like? What are my heart's desires for this life? And really start to see that image in your mind's eye from the first person. When you wake up in the morning, who do you see? Family, a partner. Who's there with you? See yourself getting into your car and going to a job that you just really love, your dream job. How long are you working for? How many hours of the day? How much money are you making? How happy and fulfilled are you in that job? See yourself driving home to your dream home. What does your dream home look like? How many rooms are there? How big is it? How small is it? What does the exterior and interior look like? And how do you spend your time here at your dream home? What are your hobbies? What are you doing? And to your bed, being grateful for everything that you have that day. And with that, you can drop the hands, open the eyes, and start writing down what your true heart's desires are and the things that you would like to start manifesting right now. Okay, guys, so we're going to continue on this intention setting journey here. So you've probably just made a list of all the things that you would like to start manifesting, all the intentions that you are setting. And I'm taking it just a little step further on a little practice that you can do. So I've made my list, and that was the first list is always kind of like my rough draft. And then I make it into my next draft, my hard copy, if you will. So here I've just printed out an image of what my intentions, like what would an image of those intentions look like, or what is a resemblance, or what's the right word I'm looking for here? Just a picture that really, emulates your intentions. And for me, that was butterfly, because I'm looking for freedom. I'm looking for transformation. And to me, a butterfly symbolizes, freedom. It has wings, able to go wherever it wants to go, do what it wants to do. And obviously, butterflies have long been known for symbolizing deep transformation. So that really worked well for me. So pick an image that really works well for you and your intentions. If you were really focusing on a house, you could print out your dream house. If you were really focusing on abundance, then you could like big money sign, something that really just depicts what your intentions are. So on the top, I wrote, "Thank you, universe." So thank you, universe, for, and my first one is, and I should say this too, before you start writing down this hard copy, you have to start in a high vibration. So if you've done everything that we just did, in the video previous, you're probably vibrating pretty high. If you're still feeling pretty low, start to list things that you're grateful for. It's so much easier to set intentions and manifest when you're coming from a high vibrational state. When you're low vibrational, it's just not going to work well for you. So we all have something we can be grateful for, whether it's a car, whether it's the roof over your head, clean water, food to eat. Name things that you are grateful for, and then come here. And when you're writing these intentions down, you say it in the position as if it's already here. So thank you, universe. I am so grateful for my financial freedom. It's not, I want to be financially free. That's coming from the place of it's not here yet. And the universe is going to say, okay, keep wanting, But if you say, thank you for I am financially free, it's already here. It's already arrived. It's already within you, which it is already within you. That's the point I'm trying to get across here. You are already everything that you want to be. Okay, so it's already here. So thank you, universe. And I'm just going to write here, I am financially free. Okay. And once you've written down that first thing, just put your hand on that, over it, hover it over there, and start to connect with the feeling of that. So what would financial freedom feel like in my life? It would feel so good. All my debts being paid off. I just feel this excitement in my tummy thinking about being debt-free, being able to book vacations when I'm ready to book vacations, not being tied down by any sort of day job anymore. So it's sort of this feeling of, for me, for this one, this welling of joy starting in my solar plexus and extending out into my aura. And of course, everyone's going to feel differently with each intention, but I want you to connect in with the feeling, because I find when I connect with the feeling, it just blossoms my intention. So I will go on to the next one. And there's no like list of like you can only do so many intentions or so little, but keep it on a nice focused list. You know, we don't want to go too wild and have too many, because then it's hard to focus on each one of those individually. So I would keep it to a good, tight list. So financial freedom. What was the other one? Oh, but balance was another really big one that I want here, that I want to cultivate. So thank you, universe. I am balanced. I give and I receive equally. So again, I'm just going to put my hands over that. And what would a balanced life feel like? It just feels like really even, cool, calm, collected to me. No hesitation when it comes to receiving, no hesitation when it comes to giving. I don't feel so drained anymore because I'm able to receive and not just give. So it feels balanced, it feels equal, it feels neutral almost to me. Giving and receiving, less draining. So, and then just continue that down, writing what you want in the present tense. Thank you, universe, for I am financially free. I am balanced. I give and I receive equally, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. Thank you, universe, for I'm living in my dream home. Thank you, universe, for I am in the best relationship that I've ever had. So whatever you're wanting, write that down, hover your hands above those words and connect with the feeling that would invoke. Okay. And when you're done with your list, I have a few more to write, but when you are done with your list, something else that you can do is take a crystal, like a clear quartz is really good for this because it's a manifester. It draws in energy. It amps up energy. So it's going to amplify your intention. So we can just, and let it be a crystal that can stay, like have it, this can be its job. Sitting on this piece of paper, manifesting your desires is its job. We don't, we're not using it for anything else essentially. So you want a crystal that you can use. Now this isn't going to be my crystal. It's just a beautiful clear quartz and I actually use it in my healing. So I'm going to use this piece of jade that I use and another clear quartz that I have, but we can just hold this crystal and just give it its job and just say, thank you for helping me manifest my desires. Thank you for drawing these desires into my life. Thank you for the realization that these manifestations are already here, whatever your intention is, but it's purpose. Its purpose is now to manifest these desires into your life. So I'm going to take my crystal. I'm going to put it right on my my list here, and then I'm going to take the crystal, take the list. You can fold it, you cannot fold it, doesn't really matter, but we're going to take our list, take our crystal, and we're going to put it in a spot that is sacred to you. So maybe you have sacred space, maybe it's just a little corner in your room with some pictures that you really, really love, but put it someplace that you can see it, that you can connect with it every single day, and come back to it every single day. Look at the list. Do the little practice of, running your hands over the words and feeling the emotions that manifestation would invoke. So connect to it every day. For as long as you like, especially during the whole lunar cycle, from new moon to new moon. If you're starting at the new moon, definitely check back in frequently. At the full moon, see if there's anything that you need to release in order to manifest this, and continue on to the next lunar cycle. And then at that lunar cycle, you might make a new list. So put it someplace that you can see it. put your crystal right on there and connect to it as often as you can to help you manifest. Okay, guys, so thank you so much for watching. And like I said, if you want to take this a step further and pull cards for yourself for this new moon or this intention setting ritual that you're doing here today, you can go ahead and head on over to my Patreon. I have that video there for you, and Patreon members get exclusive videos all the time. So thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes, subscriptions, your shares. It helps me share with the world. And I just so appreciate you being here. And all the ways that you can connect with me is in the description box. So thank you. Namaste. Happy manifesting.